Mount
Oh,
Gelmir.
Mount Gelmir, one of the surefire ways to make me grumpy in 5 minutes.
Just because of the
I
spawn
think
points, or
mostly because of the spawn points, yeah,
uh,
but the level design itself is also a problem in the sense that it's very easy to chase someone or be chased rather into a point of the map that you can't sort of chase them back out of. If they chase you, for example, off that rock ledge near the Falling Star Beast, they don't have to follow you, but you can't get back to them. It's pretty much
yep.
impossible without the Phantom Finger. Yeah, this is the one I was thinking. So this is a 3-man with a blue, and this is from memory a similar setup to my first invasion, whereby there's a lot of problematic ranged spam and a really oppressive. No, it's not a katana dude. It's a dual curved swords lad, which is even worse for pressure, and it's absolute hell until I reevaluate my priorities.
With Warrior Mask as well, right? Yeah.
Yeah, that's how you know it's going to be painful.
The Burger King and the Warrior Mask, perfect combo.
It is iconic. I'm looking at that wizard hat already and the Burger King hat, and I'm like, I cannot fight these guys on level ground because I will just be blasted out of the sky. Now, I remember at this point, I was really trying to get to not level ground, but ground that wasn't a constant slope, because that's an easy way to make your fighting really problematic. Because if they have the low ground, then you just constantly miss them, as we talked about a few episodes ago.
Yeah. Ooh, I see you're using Impaling Frost, which is interesting.
Impaling Thrust is my new baby. I swear, I need to use it less now, to be honest, because it's just so fun.
So do you like it better than Piercing Fang, or maybe we can talk about this later? But
I find they both have their virtues. Impaling Thrust is, I think it's slightly less FP, so I use it in longer slogs or invasions where I'm not necessarily trying to do a lot of burst damage. I'm just trying to get people out and roll catch them and such. But in this one, I don't know exactly how well it served me in this one, because my biggest problem wasn't something of surrounding weapon choice.
ooh, nice chalk there. Yeah, that takes care of Hunter.
Yeah,
very nice.
That's what I meant about Impaling Thrust, in the sense that it doesn't do as much damage as Piercing Fang, but if you're using it to finish people off, it really doesn't need to.
No. And it seems to work good as a turn and burn. Wait, is the Phantom fat rolling but using Bloodhound Step?
That is exactly what he's doing, and the problem is I can't get close enough to punish the problem because his mage is just fucking trigger happy. I apologize, my Australian slipped out there. You might have to bleep that.
No worries, man.
At this point, they'd chased me out of the battleground that I wanted to be in. I wanted to be back up there where the cover was.
With the warm face as well. Get some Death Black going. Yeah.
What impressed me was that they just completely ignored everything. They were just trying to kill me as fast as humanly possible.
Yeah, which could be good, I guess. I see you're at plus 16, interesting.
I remember what I was saying at this part. I snapped. I was like, nah, I'm killing this mage. I hate this mage so much.
Yeah.
And that was really what I needed to have done from the start. It was just not a situation where I could have the luxury of taking out the Phantom first.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a really pain, these ones, especially since usually the mage is the host. And then you're like, hey, I want to have fun and I want to kill all of the Phantoms, but then it turns into just not having fun because of all of the mage spam. And then you're like, I should have killed the mage from the start. So
yeah, 100%.
I'm slowly developing a no mage policy or no mage tolerance policy. Like if there's a mage in invasion, he goes first. I don't care if it's host or phantom or whatever.
Yeah. From what I can tell, that's a thing that's become gradually accepted throughout a lot of invaders that I follow. Like even Steelovsky is mimicking that point of like, I can't deal with it anymore. If I see a mage, it dies, and I don't care who else is around.
Yeah. Yeah, but that was a good invasion. So yeah, so from gameplay, like I would have played it exactly the same. Just try to kite them basically. try to gain
There was
distance.
just so much pressure. I didn't really have any other options than to just fight on the back foot.
No, wait for the mage to use all of the FP, but usually they have endless FP, especially if they're host.
That is pretty much the case, especially if they've got someone backing them up on the front end, so they can just dedicate all their flasks to blue.
Yeah. I think the only thing I would have done differently here is pop it E-liver immediately, but that's about it.
I keep forgetting to do that. I did remember a couple of times in my more recent invasions, but that factoid took a while to sink in, unfortunately.
Yeah. All right. Perfect. On to the next one. All right. So this is the second colon clip. This is without the bot. So I just decided to play a bit with Zweihanders or like ultras.
Ah, lovely. Zweihanders are no longer meta, but they are still so much fun.
I love the running R1, especially.
The running R1 and the charged R2 are both the absolute features of that. Wow, that was amazing. Jesus, they've spent as much time flat on the ground as they have upward fighting at this point. That's beautiful.
Yeah, something
Playing
weird
very
happens
close to
here.
the edge there.
Yeah, this is weird. So here,
Jesus, the balls to shield counter a goddamn Zweihander. That
yeah, that one was weird here because I thought I dodged it perfectly or like timed the roll perfectly with the Moonveil, and you can see the roll is happening, right? But somehow because of the slope, I still get hit. I have no idea why, or maybe I just rolled 1 millisecond too early. That was weird here.
What I think is happening is that your roll didn't take you entirely out of the Moonveil's path, so I think that it had that lateral line, you got clipped by the side, or at least if I'm reading my hitboxes correctly. I could be talking at my ass.
Yeah, and here, like, you get the roll catch timing with the running R1, so that worked out pretty well for me.
That is a nice roll catch there, and it is just the best thing to roll catch with in the Colossal Sword arsenal at this point. The crouch poke has become a situational thing.
No.
Oh, very nice catch there. I see that it catches you out as well when the host panics and just goes ultra aggressive.
Yeah. So yeah, this was really interesting because, well, it was anime as fuck here. Because like I'm not sure that he whiffed past me, but then somehow like the 360 or like the 180 slam from the crate still took him out. So I love the range on the thing.
You just caught him on his back heel there, and the funny thing is you only caught him on his heel because he was in the unsheathed stance where the left leg is back.
So yeah, that was fun.
Elden Ring's hitboxes are hilarious sometimes.
Yeah.
Just ankle tap a mage to death.
Yeah, quick invasion, but quite a fun one I found, especially very aggressive.
Quick invasions are good. Quick invasions can be very information dense.
No. Anything you want to revisit, or shall we move on?
Can I see that roll catch of the mage that first time? Because that's the point where...
The first time, or like...
the second one, like after the Phantom's dead.
Oh, after the Phantom's dead, yeah. Let me see. Yeah, there.
Yeah, this was where the invasion was officially over and had just yet to be completed, really.
So that's the crouch poke roll. Yeah, that's the whiffed roll catch here. But that one
that's the core one, yeah.
This one, yeah.
Because that roll catch was nice, but it's also part of a larger sequence that I find myself doing it the same way that you do it, which is the crouch poke is a wonderful starter, and it tends to make people panic. So then you shift into pursuit mode. And with the Colossal Sword, your range is so vast that they need a decent amount of space to get away. So it really does make them panic.
I see, yeah. So you mean like this here, right? So that's...
Yeah, you poked him once after his Moonveil, and then he basically couldn't recover.
Oh yeah, here. So usually like the pokes I usually use right after the roll. Not sure if I've ever done a conscious crouch poke since the patch, but I mean this will probably trigger some PTSD in host or whoever's facing it. Like if you've ever gotten like caught up in a crouch poke stun lock, then you know what I'm talking about.
The vortex is ingrained in my memory.
Yeah, might take a while for people to recover from that one, but yeah.
Yeah, no, that was just like perfect current Colossal Sword play style, really. Just the different parts of it being used for different parts of the fight.
Yeah, still need to play more with the Colossals, but I'm really enjoying it, especially the hyper armor part.
Yeah. Hyper armor has just become such a better thing since 107.
Yeah. Lovely.